Hello everyone, and welcome to the finale of Purple Plays The Wolf Among Us. In the last part, we recovered from our attack in episode 3 and did some more sightseeing, with 2 new locations being the Lucky Pawn and the Cut Above, meeting some new characters along the way. Basically just more people to beat the crap out of, because everybody likes to give us the runaround. And eventually we found the Crooked Man. And so now, on to the finale. Episode 5, Cry Wolf. It's gonna get violent.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays?
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Why did I take my shirt off for that? It was originally on.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Not even gonna start the original way, we're just going straight to the intro. Don't need to build up anything. We already know what's at stake at this point. Kinda, not really. I think the recap said it all. It's gonna be good. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. Most of you probably already know. Let's begin. As soon as it stops loading. I probably broke my promise about cutting load times, and if I did, I apologize. Episode 5.
You've come a long way.
Cry Wolf.
You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat. Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately.
I only ask for one thing.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey.
Yeah, before you
Well,
get your
Sheriff.
ass beat again.
For the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You forget what happened at the Pudding and Pie? You and your goons tried to kill me.
I'm truly sorry for that whole debacle. It was not my intention to put you or Miss White in any sort of danger. My wish was merely to take Crane, Sheriff. And as soon as the assignment grew out of control, I put a stop to it. I know that doesn't change what happened to you, and I can only offer my sincerest apologies.
Crane wasn't yours to take.
I apologize if I overstep my bounds. Won't happen again. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you.
I already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes?
The only obvious one.
It's been a long couple of days for you.
It was Georgie, all right?
Well done, Sheriff. I'm sorry I doubted you. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Sorry, but I will be doing the matters.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged. Get your hands off me!
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this!
And then
you told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this! You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
Okay, let's talk.
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over!
I like the
fuck is
Crooked
this
Man.
shit? You said you'd cover for us!
For
I mean,
minor infractions,
you know.
not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Get
are?
the fuck out of
I
here!
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's
Oh,
no
why do
way
I
I'm
have to
going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
Get the fuck away from me. He's the one you fucking want.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate things.
I had to.
To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Oh, now the gang's all here, aren't they? Things just got more fun.
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Oh, this is fun. Really, Jersey? You're gonna try it again? Cause I'll rip your other fucking horn off. Nope. So that's where the
You're done,
windows
Wolf.
lead.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
Nope. Oh shit.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Nice aim. Oh, no you don't. There we go.
Oh god.
Seriously, Jersey?
This way.
Get the fuck out of here. Piece of shit. And now for the chase.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit!
I know.
Room for one more. Piece of shit. Fender bender. Got a giant time limit now. Oh crap. Just add in the Mario jump sound effect, and we'll be all set. Up. Huh, back at the open arms, I think. A lot of jumping here. Ah! I want to hit the other car. Let's go for just the roof. Okay, let's go for the pass or the driver's window.
Take him off!
I can't.
Of course you can. Besides, I know where you live. Oh, well, that's one way to do it. Don't you dare run me over. Oh, we're doing this, huh?
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
You know, I probably should have stayed because I wanted to see what would happen. Seriously, just go back there anyways. Why didn't you go to like a hospital or something? Oh, great. Some clean clothes just waiting for me. With even my tie. Oh, is there anything in the car? Guess not.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Then why'd you even drive back?
I need a minute.
Okay. Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
Oh, it's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, Georgie?
Shit. Hello, Bigby.
Oh, so much for being a sturdy
I hope to
fable.
come to your senses. Oh, Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered—
Of course it does. Those girls—
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't
fucking—
mean—
You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
Sometimes you just have to do what you're told. Then it comes back to bite you in the ass because some good-for-nothing crooked bastard decides you're not worth shit anymore.
You didn't have to do anything.
Like hell I didn't. Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and kill me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right?
Yep.
George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
Well, you're all bad. And I could really give a shit about entering one of you motherfuckers.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him. Coming here, talking about options. Like it was that simple.
It is
Stop
that simple.
complaining and take responsibility for what you did. You murdered Faith and Lily. You put those fucking ribbons around their necks. You had the power to let them go, but you chose not to.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
Promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell,
Well, you did
Georgie?
fuck up.
We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started, anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up, and everything just turned to shit.
I mean,
so
how?
Do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you. Sometimes all your options are shit.
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
I wasn't really...
Just shut up.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't
Well, I mean, why didn't you just have a regular system?
What I did to Faith and Lily, to all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them, what I took away from them.
Does
I
Hans
look
have
at
one?
Nerissa, and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
Oh, shit.
Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted?
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh. Fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
Oh, well, shit. I mean, just stuff it back in there, you
I'm
know?
gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right?
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first?
You always want to have the
Rip limbs
abuse,
off one by
don't
one?
you?
That's what you want to do, right? Ah! Shit, stop! Fuck, just stop! At least you're consistent. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends.
Probably.
Just make it quick.
Nah, I'm just gonna let you bleed
I know what I
out.
did. Let's not draw this out.
I'm gonna draw it out.
What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll call an ambulance.
I'll send someone for your body. Both of you.
Fuck you! Piece of shit.
You're welcome. Shepherd Metalworks. Anything around? Oh, there's the limousine. Did it crash, or is Bloody Mary just a shit driver?
He's here, all right.
I mean, you know, I can't see because too much dark. Whatever. Onward.
Of course.
I just break the damn thing. For the record, I'm almost positive that this episode is shorter than the others. I am fairly positive.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Although I probably make them longer when I just start looking through stuff like that. So it might be a bit of my fault.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf. You used to be something.
Wow. Someone's been watching me. There's I guess the middle one is Lily, because then there's Faith and Narissa. There's Holly and Snow. Was this at the business office? This is the night I met Faith, as well as this. And over here I'm at the Lucky Pawn. I'm guessing this is after everything. Bigby and Snow. And then Narissa and Faith, but there's something up with Faith. Is that the ribbon, or did her thing just get cut? No. I have no idea.
They used to fear you.
People still do.
They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Oh, there's the torture thing. Okay. And a workbench. With silver.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Oh, hello there. Just gonna take a punch.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
I'm not your
Get
dear.
out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
My turn.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned? Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
You're the one that's taking a punch when my back is turned. And get the fuck off, bitch. break you. Oh great, now we're gonna play the hide and seek game in a steel work factory, whatever, metal shop, something. I keep pressing R2 for the L2 prompts. I mean, what's the point? You might as well just hit any button. The only buttons that matter is when you're mashing. Oh, okay. I'm just going to go. Hello, Steam. Motherfucker. Well, let's keep going. Come on, Bigby. Okay, now that one I wasn't able to react to.
Come out and face me!
Like, by the time she hit, the prompt had just appeared. There was no way to react. Hello there. You're not all that impressive. You are creepy, though. Everybody just grabs weapons. Do you really need them? They're full of glass shards. Drop her in the lava. That'll work. Just get up before she breaks your arm again. Hello there. Hello. Oh, a lot of them. All right, where to begin? Let's start with you. Next. Ow. Nope. And then oh, wait, oh, there we go. Ah! Too many. Transformation just sprouted out of nowhere. Okay, we're full big bad wolf. Shatter you. Ah. Oh. Oh well. Ah. Kind of wish that there was more blood ripping them apart, but oh well. Ah. Okay, that'll work. running in. I don't know where they're coming from. But we're about to blow all of them. It's weird that there's just so many big bad wolf continuities with him. He's from the Three Little Pigs and from Red Riding Hood. And then he's also a werewolf of sorts. So silver effect is weird. I do like what they were going for though. I also like how he really is just a giant wolf too. It's awesome. Let's go. I think this is the last one. And nope. Yep. That's the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. I wasn't sure. It's been a while. I would say keep the form, but he is too big to get out of here. Although he can probably just bust through the windows or something. I like how my clothes just magically, like, form out or something. Or just, like, pile up somewhere else. Especially the shirt. The shirt doesn't get damaged at all. The pants will, and then somehow just form magically, I think, anyways.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me
always
one
tired.
good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee I won't miss next time.
Right.
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished.
Well then, speak up.
You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
Not my fault.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little.
I mean, I tried.
So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
No. Hey. Get that shit out of your hand.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup.
Don't fucking test me anymore. I tried being nice, dude.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
And hey, I tried to be nice, man. And then I was just trying to do things the right way, bring Georgie in, and then everything got all kerfuffled. You sent your killer after me in the steel mill, whatever, and then you're going to insult me by calling me a pup. When you see how big and bad I can be. I don't fly. No. Just no. You don't do that. I try to brighten up a bit. I want to talk.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
And now your nose is broken.
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Am I
It's
okay?
been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just
I beat
glad you
people
made it
up, I
back
don't
in
kill
one
them,
piece.
unless it's Tweedledum.
It's about
But,
time
I mean,
you
you
showed
know.
up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting
What do you have to say for yourself?
You killed Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you
And
get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right to just do this to
everything you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
I already took care of Georgie, so drop it.
What do you mean you took care of him?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie paid for what he did. In the end, there was a fight, and he bled out from his wounds. It's over.
So he's dead? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
I can't believe it was him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for. And
I was
don't.
told I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including
Orange
the attempted
doesn't
murder
look
of
all
Sheriff
that
Bigby
well.
Wolf.
He looks worse than I do.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and
Yeah,
providing
misunderstood.
monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now,
I'm
is
just
there
good
anything
there.
you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
We
I
all
like
know
his
he's
voice.
guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens.
I just want to show I'm more
These
fair to him than
charges,
everyone
if
else,
proven,
because I'm
are
that
enough
much of a
to
dick.
justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's right. But we promised you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the fuck? Really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Yeah, because I'm tired of getting the runaround.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
This is such bullshit.
Georgie's always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so long?
What cover-up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful?
No.
I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted to...
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
He really has a nice voice. I love it.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
Yes, Snow, what the fuck?
Burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk about
Oh, we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means...
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane.
And you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
We didn't get you into this situation. He did.
The crooked man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
Do you really think the crooked man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Now I'll step on him.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
Whatever you're getting at, get to it.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is hardly...
They were there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it internally.
Now, where have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you
that was
all just
Bluebeard.
let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We
did
all...
not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be
Bigby? Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I
Nerissa!
knew-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole. And I hope you rot at the bottom of the witching well for what you did.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
I mean, I told you earlier.
Well done.
What'd you expect?
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit. So we
already?
get rid of him.
Too dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a
shut up.
decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
Look, I'm making the call.
Why should you?
He is the only officially appointed representative here.
Right. Bigby should decide.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Rip his head off.
What you think is right.
Down
Teach
the
him
well.
a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Oh, I didn't even get to choose anything. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, I kind of just want to rip your damn head off. Just gotta get that punch in.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
I don't really want to give him the satisfaction.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
I mean, if he didn't try to lure me into throwing him down the well, I would have ripped his head off. But, no, I'm not going to give him satisfaction. I'm just going to disappoint the majority. Nice bird.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, there's tons of people here. Huh. Jack. Johan, Tim.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Well, at least he's being polite.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Colin, don't test me now. And you better be sharing some of that. It's almost the same time as the others, but not there yet. So, I think it just shows that this episode is not as long. Maybe. Hey, a toad.
I'm going. Jesus.
Yeah, you're going because I told you to get the
have like 5
goddamn
minutes.
glamour.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Well, of course it is.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
Yeah.
Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Hey, I tried.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
Your dad broke the rules, TJ. You're not allowed to stay in Fabletown without a glamour.
Okay.
Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
Well, you're about to.
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
Unlike him, you don't know how to keep to yourself.
Saying goodbye?
I mean, I really tried, Toad. We were cool, but you just kept fucking up.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy
So she got cold
for
feet.
all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality.
Well, maybe he just
Especially
didn't
after
freak out.
that night after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this?
Pretty much.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That's not true.
It is. You've just never seen it before. But now you have. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that
Truer
way,
words
but
than never been spoken.
They need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know. But they'll come around. You'll see.
I mean, it doesn't help that I
After
abuse some
everything you've done for
people.
us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Where have I heard that?
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So is she Faith? I don't know, but I think we're just gonna play it cool. Just gonna leave her be.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
And that, everyone, is The Wolf Among Us, Season 1, Episode 5. What do you do to Georgie? You and 31.4% of players left Georgie to die. Fuck him. Did you give Crooked Man a trial? You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 47.4% of players chose to imprison the Crooked Man. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decided to accept TJ's gift. So there's like a 2.5% of people who don't accept it. Interesting. What were your last words to Narissa? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. Okay, so a little bit of the neutral, some minority choices, really. Let's see. I think it's about evened out. Because let's see. Minority, majority, minority, majority. More majority than minority. But the last one can be neutral, really. Join the discussion now. Visit the official Wolf Among Us community pages. Yay! Oh, special stats. You told him, let's see, with Beast, you told him that you saw Beauty outside the apartment. You beat him while he was down. Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. Butcher, you beat him up during the interrogation. You offered him protection at the business office. Colin, gave him a drink when he asked for one in your apartment. You helped him to avoid the farm. Crooked Man, you took him back to the witching well, and you imprisoned him. D, you confiscated D's money while he was in custody. Yeah, that's the highlight of him. Dumb, you killed him. Georgie, you made him suffer before he died. You left him to die. You smashed up his place. You took money from Georgie's safe. I did a lot of shit to Georgie. Gren, you drank with Gren after Lily's funeral. Jack, you reported him to Snow for burglary. Lawrence, you went to his place first. You prevented him from dying. Nerissa, you gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. Yes, because we didn't do anything else with her. Snow, you brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her, and you promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. Toad, you stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. Not like he appreciates it. Not like anybody appreciates anything that I do for them. Holly wasn't in there. Jack was in there. Jersey wasn't in there either. Oh well. Well, that was a fun little game to play. It's still one of my favorite Telltale games. Like, I mean, as I said in the beginning, at least if I remember correctly, the game kind of goes on a decline the further you go through the story. But also, I think in the last part I stated that depending on certain choices, the story, or at least the environments, feel a little more fleshed out depending on your route. But it should feel that way regardless of what route you take. And I think the first episode does that well, but at the same time, maybe not. I remember just about everything at this point. And for the most part, I think I chose the better options for like some routes, like going to Prince Lawrence's place over Toad's in episode 1, or going to Crane's apartment before going to the Tweedle's office or the Trip Trap. But overall, I think it's a fine story. It could use a little polish, but I like it for what it is. I like all the characters. I don't know every single person's story or anything, or how each character ties in, or like what qualifies a character to be in this series. Because we have like stories like Cinderella, Snow White, and all those things, Little Red Riding Hood. But then we have things like Bloody Mary and the Crooked Man. So I don't know the extent of how much it gets into this stuff. Continue the story. Pick up a graphic novel today. You know what? I might do that. Support the official release. My only other con is that everybody's just a huge dick and gives you the runaround in this game. That's what this game really needs to be called. Runaround, the video game. When, I mean, I know that, like, it's implied that a majority of people go to the business office and only to get turned down. But I feel that when Big B's actually out there, they could at least address the problems to him. And not give him the runaround like, oh, well, you have no idea what's going on, and just, like, saying random stupid shit. And either I have to interrogate to a tedious degree, or I have to beat the crap out of you. In which case, I just beat the crap out of you most of the time. I mean, the only time I interrogate hard is honestly with Tweedledee, but I'd say I think just about every other time I beat the crap out of somebody because they won't comply, and it just gets really frustrating. I can understand Bigby's temper because everybody wants to just screw with him. It's like, is it that hard to just talk? I mean, Bigby, as far as I'm aware of, is not running the business office. He's literally just the sheriff. You really should be discussing your issues with him. He has his own office. Why not talk to him? Just like if you had a problem and you need to talk to the authorities, you go to the police station. You don't go to City Hall and talk to the mayor about it when the police can help. At least, I'm just going by logic, you know? But, this is a great game. Great story, I mean. And I can't wait for Season 2 in 2018 when it releases. And I do hope that they put a lot of effort into it. About as much as they do with the Batman series of Telltale Games. I'd say that series has been pretty good. But I do hope it just gets better and better. And not as it declined in this season. I hope you all enjoyed. I've been your host, Purple, and I thank you for playing with me, The Wolf Among Us. My next project, you'll see in a bit. Although, if I don't upload anything, well, I should definitely be uploading something by the time this is over. But if not, I'm just taking a long break. Because I just did this right as soon as I finished Tron Bond, so I'm a little worn out, and I just rather play games just to unwind at this point, just by myself. But that may also change, I don't know. But I hope you all enjoyed, and if you're interested in making your own choices and seeing other choices or whatever, go ahead and purchase this game. One last thing to check is the Book of Fables. This basically gives bios of every little nod here and there of the game, and its characters like Bigby Wolf, Snow White, the Woodsman, Faith, Beauty. And you notice that there's some things I checked and they really didn't have much meaning, but that's because I already got it in the Book of Fables. The Book of Fables gets added more content the more things you examine or people you encounter. Like for instance, in Crane's apartment, there's that headless horseman statue. If you examine it, it'll become part of the Book of Fables, I believe. Yeah, it would, because it's split up here, and you meet Flycatcher in episode 3, and as well as other people. But as you can see, I don't have everyone either. You can tell what you're missing depending on these logs. I'm missing something from from episode 1. I think I know what it is. I think it's the last choice. You have to arrest the woodsman, and just like here, I'm missing something from episode 2, and I believe that is Crane's view on Mercy, because this is Bluebeard's Mercy, even though Bluebeard has a bio right here, just like there's Bigby right here, but then Bigby's here too. Bigby's Mercy. So I believe I'm missing Crane's, and you can only unlock that after you trigger him, basically, just like I triggered Bluebeard. I didn't actually mean to do that. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so I don't remember my choices from before. And I didn't bother to look through here because I didn't want to make a split decision, just because I haven't done it yet. But doing all these will net you a trophy for completing this, and I believe this would net me another platinum, I think. I don't know. So I could always... So there's a reason to replay the game at the very least. Although I probably am not going to do it for a while. Eventually, but not anytime soon. I kind of wish I did some things like this, because I believe this is unlocked if you burn Auntie Greenleaf's tree, which I honestly was going to do, but I chose a different set of options. Or no, it's because I went silent and it automatically just said no, I'm not gonna burn the tree. But I was going to, so I was actually shocked. But honestly, I don't mind not burning the tree because I have nothing against her. I mean, Snow does, I don't. But you can see that there's multiple locks, each one corresponding with an episode. I think I already said that. And it's not because it's in order and it's how many I'm missing left. So I believe I know how to get them. I just don't really feel like doing it again. There's also references that people will say and certain fables will be added to this. So you have the Crooked Man, Tiny Tim, Life at the Farm, Vivian's Story, the Girl with the Ribbon, and then you'll get like something on the Pudding and Pie, and then the Winter Wolf, and then the Big Bad Wolf. The Winter Wolf is actually shown because of what Bloody Mary talks about with Bigby's mother teaching him how to fight. This is when I believe it gets added. And then the Big Bad Wolf is during the actual fight. Bigby's true form as a giant 8-foot tall wolf. And we also have Mary's loyalty, or just, you know, her true form. Then the Fabletown Justice, a New Order, and Sheriff Bigby. So, you know, a little bit of extra lore if you decide you want to learn more about these characters. It's really nice. I like it, and if they don't do it in some of the other Telltale games, they need to start doing it. I think they do it in Batman, but not like this. But I will have to try Batman. I haven't tried it yet. I have done The Walking Dead, and I'm probably gonna have Fur play it if he hasn't done it. I don't know yet. The Walking Dead's gonna be a clunky one in my opinion. But I think I rambled on enough. I already said I'm your host, and I thank you for playing with me, The Wolf Among Us. I'll see you guys next time for my next LP. Take care.